Hey everyone, this is Derek, and in this video we're going to look at finding the equation of a line in point-slope form. So point-slope form is this equation right here, where m is still our slope, and then x1, y1 is a point. What this equation is actually, I wrote it out over here, remember our equation for finding the slope? If I clear the fraction by multiplying both sides by the change in x part, I can cancel those, and then what I have is the point slope form. So these are actually the same equation. This is just sort of labeled differently. They're letting, instead of having an x2 and a y2, they're just letting it be x and y, the variable. But it's a nice way to remember it. So anyhow, with this we're given a point and a slope, and it's a lot like what I did in previous videos with y equals mx plus b, and I plug in the point and the slope and I find the y-intercept. This is basically doing the exact same thing, just with a little bit different equation. And so if you remember in the previous ones, I would have to then, once I found b, I'd have to rewrite the answer. For this, the answer is just going to kind of be sitting there. So let me show you. So we got y minus y1. So this is going to be our x1 and y1. So we're just given it a slope and a point and finding the equation again. So minus a negative 4 has that same where you got to be careful with your signs right there, equals m, which is 2/3. And then x, plain x is just x, our variable, minus x1 is our point. And then if I rewrite this without these double negatives, and you are welcome to do, minus and minus, of course, you write a plus there initially. Here I'm gonna do that all at once. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna show my steps. Okay. So we got that, and then I'm gonna distribute my 2/3, or no, I'm not gonna distribute my 2/3. Sorry, I'm jumping down to this part. So this would be point slope form. And so what we're seeing there, that would be it. The next part is write the answer in slope-intercept form. So I'm gonna kind of do that. I didn't leave myself enough room, so everything from below here is gonna be part B. So that now I would distribute this through, because what I want to do is just get that y by itself. And then this will be, so 2/3 of 3. Let me write that off to the side here just so I don't run myself out of room. 2/3 of 3, those 3's would cancel, leaving 2/1 or a plus 2 right there. And then we'll just subtract the 4 over. And we end up with y equals 2/3 x minus 2. So then that would be our slope-intercept form, our y equals mx plus b. So you can see it leads to the exact same spot. It's just a different way of setting it up, basically. In terms of graphing, so there's lots of ways we could graph it. I'm just going to come to this equation right here. We would be starting at -2, right? Because that's our y-intercept. And then remember 2/3, this is our change in y over our change in x. So this one's increasing, has a positive slope. I'm gonna run 1, 2, 3 on x, and then up 1, 2 on y. And then that will make my line. The other thing I really should do is come back here and go, -3, 4 better be on my graph. There's -3, -4, and it is, so that's good. If that didn't work out, something got messed up in my arithmetic.